John Ray, an attorney for some of the victims and victims' families of allegedly Rex Heuermann, the Long Island serial killer, making some very shocking allegations this last week, and accusations that I think nobody saw coming, but they certainly look a little weird. I guess it's okay to ask some questions about this, but I don't know. He went pretty far with it. Bob Motta, defense attorney, host of the podcast Defense Diaries, with us. John Ray, flat out saying he thinks Victoria Heuermann, Rex Heuermann's daughter, had something to do with the crimes because of the artwork that was discovered on some of her social media accounts and in the home of the Heuermanns. What's your thoughts on these rather, shocking allegations?
My first instinct was that it was reckless
Yeah.
and disgusting. It's like I am going to trust law enforcement on this one
Hmm.
because I think they're doing a hell of a job. I mean, we know that they added two more murders to the slate that they were able to put together. I think they're investigating every aspect of this, including the fact that on every single one of the six that have now he's been alleged to have committed, that the family was out of town on all of them.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what John Ray's angle is. You know what I mean? It's like he's going to attack this girl who I don't know her. I
Hmm.
don't know what goes through her mind.
Yeah.
I mean, she could be a dark kid. She could there's gothy kids that
Yeah.
could, I have no clue. I
Yeah.
mean, we know it appears that her father's got a very warped mind.
Hmm.
That does not mean that she is in any way, shape, or form involved with the crimes. However, genetically, she could have some darkness in her mind too, and maybe she did. She manifested through art. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like all I know is there was zero proof of anything, and I didn't find any of what he was claiming to be substantive in any single, like in any way, shape, or form. And I thought it was reckless,
Yeah.
and I thought that it was uh it served zero purpose. That's what I felt about it. I thought it was a shitty thing for him to do,
It
to
was
be
bizarre
honest.
because there's been times where he's made some really good points, and this one was just like, where are you coming from on this? And,
Right.
and he didn't seem to understand either, to a certain extent, how social media even works. Where it's like some of these were reposts of other people's work. A lot of it was other people's work.
Right.
And if you're kind of a macabre person and you're into that sort of stuff, you'll probably repost it. And it's
Right.
not, I think, a far stretch to go, you grew up with Rex Heuermann as your father, you may be a bit of a macabre person. Not necessarily a
What I'm saying.
murderer, but yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, genetically or just environmentally, look at the home that she grew up in. Look at these individuals that have surrounded her throughout her life. It's not a far stretch to think that maybe, you kind of go down those dark paths. But he really, I'm not quite sure what he was pushing at. I know he wants Asa to be investigated more. I think everybody would like a few more questions answered from Asa, but I don't know, go after the daughter just seemed really out there.
It seemed really out there. Again, I don't know what his angle is. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's like, let law enforcement do what they're going to do.
Hmm.
I mean, like law enforcement isn't giving anybody a pass if they believe that they had a hand in anything. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And like, again, I like Suffolk County has earned my trust on this in terms of their investigation into this.
Yeah.
They're leaving no stone unturned. They're continuing to look at everything. I think you've got some really qualified people doing their work on that case. And, you got John Ray over here. Looks like a clout grab to me. That's what it looks like. That's what it feels like.
Going as far as to even make accusations of cannibalism. Let's take a look at that.
Rex Heuermann's porn is matched by his daughter's tastes, his daughter's work. You will see that we are not talking here about, what should I call it? Merely murder. I say it ironically. We're talking about people who are involved and interested in torture, horrifying torture of the people we know are now dead, and many more yet to come. We are talking about the potentiality of cannibalism, hard vor, We are talking about the use of porno to effect what has happened.
He also makes mention that there were bodies in the basement, which I don't know where he's quite getting that part. Did the FBI go back in and look at the basement and dig more things out? Yes, they did, but we still haven't heard evidence of bodies being in the basement.
Yeah, I mean, I know the ME pulled up over there, at some point during that second search. Um, it seems like we would have, like, typically, even if it's only bones, a few bones, if it's not even full skeletal, they're still going to put them in a body bag.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I didn't hear of anybody like spotting that,
Yeah.
like, because people had eyes all over that search, and I mean, they had a pretty big perimeter around it, but still, um, I like, I don't know, man. It's like I respect John Ray in certain ways in terms of, like, he is a victim's advocate. I mean, he did shed some light on certain things. Like you said, man. I mean, we've been a fan of some of the stuff that you and I have both been like, yeah, I mean, he's coming with valid points, comes with the affidavits, which
Mm-hmm.
seem to hold some water to me, but then he comes with shit like this,
Yeah.
and like, how you got to take him with a grain of salt. You know what I mean? It's like, eh, like, I didn't see anything that would make me believe that Victoria Heuermann had anything to do with anything.
Yeah.
I mean, and this, we're talking like she would have been 4 years old at
Yeah.
certain points,
I mean, what do they
you
do?
know.
Is this like
Mm,
father-daughter bonding time in his mind? I mean, I just can't. I can't see it. I'd be shocked if he's right, and I'll eat the crow if he is. But I
oh,
just
me
don't
too.
see it. I just don't
Me
see it.
too. Either do I.
Hey, thanks for checking out the video. Be sure to follow us wherever you download podcasts, and especially Apple Podcasts, where you can get advanced episode and premium content on our premium channel right there. Also, be sure to follow us on social media so you don't miss any breaking updates on the stories that matter to you most. We're on TikTok, X, Instagram, Facebook. Just search Hidden Killers Podcast with Tony Bruschi, and you'll find us right there. Again, thanks for watching.